हेलो स्टूडेंट्स। लास्ट लेक्चर में अपन ने डिस्कस किया था एगेरिकस के बारे में, और जिसमें मैंने आपको बताया था उसके माइसीलियम के बारे में, उसके वेजिटेटिव रिप्रोडक्शन और उसके एसेक्सुअल प्रोडक्शन के बारे में और सेक्सुअल प्रोडक्शन के बारे में। आज हम डिस्कस करेंगे इसके डेवलपमेंट ऑफ बेसिडियोकार्प, और इट इज़ ऑल्सो कॉल्ड एज स्पोरोफोर। The development of the basidiocarp takes place from the subterranean mycelial strand known as rhizomorph। जो ज़मीन के अंदर जो माइसीलियल स्ट्रैंड है, जिसको हम राइजोमॉर्फ कहते हैं, वहाँ से उसका बेसिडियोकार्प का डेवलपमेंट होता है। आफ्टर एब्जॉर्बिंग सफिशिएंट फूड मटेरियल, माइसीलियम प्रोड्यूसेस फ्रूटिंग बॉडीज़। जब वो सफिशिएंट फूड मटेरियल एब्जॉर्ब कर लेता है माइसीलियम, उसके बाद वो फ्रूटिंग बॉडीज़ को प्रोड्यूस करता है, विच आर वेरी स्मॉल इन साइज एंड रिमेन अंडरग्राउंड। और ये जो होती हैं बहुत छोटी होती हैं एंड दे रिमेन अंडरग्राउंड। These tiny pinhead structures come above the soil under favorable conditions, that is after rain or when enough moisture is present in the soil। अब ये आप जैसे एग्जांपल आप इसमें देख रहे हैं, आपको पिन हेड जो है रिप्रोडक्टिव स्ट्रक्चर्स आपको दिखाई देंगे। ए डायग्राम जो है जिसको हम बटन बोल रहे हैं, इसको बोलते हैं बटन बोलते हैं इसको। इट रिमेन्स अंडरग्राउंड, और ये बड़े होते हैं, कब बड़े होते हैं? आफ्टर रेन और व्हेन इनफ मॉइस्चर इज प्रेजेंट इन द सॉइल। दीज आर द प्राइमोर्डिया ऑफ बेसिडियोकार्प। ये बेसिडियोकार्प बनने की पहली स्टेज है। इट इज़ अ प्राइमोर्डिया। दीज प्राइमोर्डिया एनलार्ज इनटू राउंड और ओवल्ड स्ट्रक्चर्स एंड रिप्रेजेंट द बटन स्टेज ऑफ द बेसिडियोकार्प। ये जो आप देख रहे हैं ए वाला डायग्राम, ये दिस इज़ द बटन, दिस इज़ द बटन स्टेज। छोटा सा है ये राइजोमॉर्फ के ऊपर आप देख रहे हैं कि ये बना हुआ है, और ये छोटा सा जो पहले बना है, दिस इज कॉल्ड एज अ बटन स्टेज। इट इज़ द इनिशियल स्टेज। Now, a longitudinal section of button stage show that it can be differentiated into a bulbous basal portion representing the stalk region and an upper hemispherical part which at maturity forms the cap or pileus region। अब आप डायग्राम में देखेंगे कि इसके दो रीजन्स हैं। इसमें एक स्टॉक रीजन होता है बेसल वाला, और जो अपर होता है वो कैप होता है या छतरी की तरह, इट इज़ द पाइलियस रीजन। अ रिंग लाइक कैविटी, इसको बोलते हैं गिल चेम्बर, डेवलप्स एट द जंक्शन ऑफ स्टॉक एंड पाइलियस रीजन। ये देखिए अब गिल चेम्बर, प्रीलैमिलर चैम्बर जो जैसे आप देख रहे हैं बी और सी डायग्राम में, इट इज़ अ गिल चैम्बर एंड इट डेवलप्स एट द जंक्शन ऑफ स्टॉक एंड पाइलियस रीजन। पाइलियस रीजन के जंक्शन पे ये बनता है। एट दिस स्टेज द बेसिडियोकार्प इज नॉट फुल्ली ओपन, बट द यंग पाइलियस is connected with the stalk by a membrane known as partial or inner veil or velum. Due to rapid absorption of water and food material, the stalk further elongates. The button projects above the soil and elongates considerably. The growth is very slow. At the lower portion of the button, while it is very rapid at the upper portion. As a result of such growth, the button develops into umbrella like cap। जिस तरह से आप देख रहे हैं, इसकी वजह से एज ए रिजल्ट क्या होगा, जो पहले छोटा सा था और धीरे धीरे वो शेप जो ले लेता है, वो अम्ब्रेला लाइक कैप का शेप ले लेता है। वेलम गेट्स ब्रोकन इन ड्यू टू एनलार्जमेंट ऑफ द कैप एंड elongation of the stalk. It exposes the hymenium of the gills. Now, Atkins in 1906 described the development of basidiocarp as hemiangiocarpic. That is, the hymenium is at first enclosed but becomes exposed at maturity. Simultaneously, the development also takes place in the gill region. धीरे धीरे जो गिल का रीजन है उसमें भी डेवलपमेंट होता है। The tissue of the upper region of the gill chamber differentiates into slow and fast growing alternate bands called primordium of gills. Gills or lamellae are of three types, that is long gills, half length, quarter length gills। ठीक है, जो गिल्स बनते हैं वो तीन तरह के होते हैं, फुल लेंथ, half length and quarter length। Now if we talk about the anatomy of structure and anatomy of basidiocarp, The mature fruiting body can be differentiated into three parts. That is stipe, pileus एंड annulus. ये जो स्टाइप पाइलियस आप देख रहे हैं, स्टाइप है, ऊपर पाइलियस है और बीच में एन्युलस. पहले हम लेते हैं स्टाइप को. स्टाइप इज द बेसल पार्ट ऑफ द बेसिडियोकार्प. It is in this region the hyphae run longitudinally parallel to each other. A transverse section of stipe shows that it is made up of two kinds of tissue, that is, compactly arranged hyphae in the peripheral region known as cortex, loosely arranged hyphae with inner spaces, in the central region known as medulla. The B diagram you can see it is a transverse section, it is a medulla. Pileus, the stipe at its top supports a broad umbrella shaped cap called pileus. जो umbrella shaped cap है उसको pileus बोलते हैं. The mature pileus is 5 to 12.5 centimeter in diameter. From the upper side of the pileus hang approximately 300 to 600 stripes of plates of tissue known as gills और lamellae. जिस छतरी के नीचे जो होते हैं लटके हुए होते हैं 300 से 600 स्ट्रिप्स की तरह लटके हुए गिल्स होते हैं, उनको लैमिला भी बोलते हैं. The gills are white or pinkish in young condition and turn brown or purplish black at maturity. पहले वो जो गिल्स होते हैं आपने मार्केट में भी देखा होगा, मशरूम्स को जो मिलते हैं वेजिटेबल्स की दुकान पे. They are white in color and their gills are pink in color, but slowly they become brown at maturity. A transverse section of the gill, TS of gill, shows the following three distinct structures. One is stroma. It is the middle part of the gill. This region is made up of loosely arranged interwoven mass of plankton chymatous tissue of long cylinder hypha. These hypha run more or less longitudinally. Then subhymenium or hypothecium. Diagram in D diagram you can see the subhymenium. Then the hymenium or thecium. It is the outermost layer and lies on the surface of subhymenium, covering both sides of the gill. Some branches emerge out almost at right angle to the subhymenium and develop a palisade-like layer, consisting of basidia that are fertile and the paraphyses that are the sterile. Some of the sterile cells become enlarged and project beyond the basidial layer. They are called as cystidia. Now the development of basidia. The basidia are spore-producing bodies. The young basidia arise from the terminal binuclear cells of the subhymenium layer. As the basidium grows, the two nuclei of the dikaryon fuse. And this forms the synkaryon, which is the karyogamy. The diploid nucleus soon undergoes meiosis to form four haploid nuclei. Simultaneously, four narrow tube-like structures develop at the top of the basidium. These are called sterigmata. The sterigmata swell at their tips and each forms a small single basidiospore by budding. You can see in this diagram the development of basidiocarp, and the budding you can see in the second last diagram. A large vacuole develops in the basidium, due to which the cytoplasm and nucleus migrate into the budding basidiospores. Thus, four haploid basidiospores are formed in a basidium. You can see the four nuclei, they move into these basidia, and four haploid spores are formed. Out of the four basidiospore, two are of plus strain. We can say that they are two which are spores are formed. They are two of plus strain and two are of minus strain. The young basidiospore is unpigmented, but it develops brown or black pigment at maturity. In Agaricus bisporus, two basidiospores are produced. The mature basidiospore is attached obliquely at the top of the sterigmata. It has minute projection at one side of its attachment called hilum or hilar appendix. Now the discharge and dispersal of basidiospores. Mature basidiospores are discharged by a water drop mechanism or water bubble method. A drop of liquid develops at the hilum. It increases in size gradually and attains a size of about one-fifth of the spore. This drop is called Buller's drop. At this stage, the basidiospores are generally shot away from the sterigmata. According to the latest view, the liquid drop is contained in the limiting membrane. The membrane ruptures and releases a pressure at the base of the basidiospore. According to Olive 1964, the Buller's drop is not liquid in nature, but actually a gas bubble of carbon dioxide or is made up of both gas and liquid. Basidiospores are shot horizontally from where they fall vertically downwards. They are light in weight and are carried away by wind. Each basidiospore is uninucleate and has a wall of chitin and chitosan. Now the germination of after falling, germination of basidiospores takes place. After falling on the suitable substratum, basidiospores germinate to produce primary or the monokaryotic mycelium, which is either of plus strain or minus strain. The mycelia of two different strains fuse to form a secondary or dikaryotic mycelium. That mycelia of two different strains they fuse together and they form the secondary or dikaryotic mycelium, which is also called as the somatogamous copulation. However, in homothallic species, a single basidiospore is capable to give rise to secondary mycelium. The secondary mycelium develops the basidiocarps. Here you can see the graphic life cycle of Agaricus. See the basidiospore of plus strain and basidiospores of minus strain. Plus strain form monokaryotic mycelium of plus strain and minus strain basidiospore form the monokaryotic mycelium of minus strain. Then somatogamy takes place. Then after somatogamy, diploidization, cell becomes dikaryotic. Then clamp connection, you have already studied about the clamp connection. The mycelium becomes secondary. Now from the monokaryotic mycelium, the mycelium becomes dikaryotic. Then forms the rhizomorph, underground mycelium, which is the rhizomorph. Then from the rhizomorph arise the basidiocarp, and from basidiocarp, basidia are with diploid nucleus. Then after, meiosis takes place, and with the help of meiosis, again the spores which are formed, they are haploid, which are called as basidiospores, which are of plus strain or of minus strain. So this was about the life cycle of Agaricus.